Hi Aries, welcome to my channel. I am Shandra Lynn and this is your general energy reading for the week. It is general, so take it how it resonates with you in your life, your situations, and your experiences. Disregard the rest because it is general, so it won't resonate with everybody. And we will go ahead and get started. What are the messages, or what is the main message that I can help Aries with this week? We can help Aries with this week. It is normal to grieve for what no longer serves you. All right, love you. Drive safe. You're just letting something go. There's healing. No one. That's just kids being loud, Lizzie. Keep going. The healing and keep going. It is normal to grieve for what no longer serves you. So you're breaking habits. You're breaking this, like, you're dissolving old habits, you're dissolving old addictions and implementing new. And it's it's being done in a way where it's like slowly being filtered out, right? Gentle, being gentle to yourself. That's beautiful. But as you're filtering things out and you're implementing new, everything changes, all the aspects of your life. It doesn't matter if it's just how you're eating, how you choose to get to work. These habits have slowly been altering. So, like, say in the sense of a garden, right? Like before, it was just kind of wild and untamed and you loved it, right? And there's certain plants in there that you absolutely love. But now you are intentionally changing that landscape, and you don't have to necessarily get rid of all of these plants. You do have to get rid of a good amount in order to bring in the new, because those plants would suffocate the new ones. It's just the nature of that energy. So whatever this is, you're coming to realize that you've got to let this go. You've got to intentionally remove it because it is invasive and it smothers the rest of the life around it. It over consumes. There's there's no talking to it, there's no changing it, right? And you made yourself promise that you would do this. Now, I'm not saying like, oh, get rid of this plant completely or anything, right? But it definitely cannot be in this landscape that you are working on. It could be across the road in the woods, but it cannot be in the landscape that you're working on. Like a vehicle with motors. You've had this one motor and it's great, but it's not the motor that needs to go into whatever it is that you're working on. You're not going to be able to use it, and it's taking up the space for the motor that you do need. just kind of giving examples. But you promised yourself that you were going to do this. You can be upset. You're going to grieve it. This is not a choice being made out of like anger or anything. It's just is what it is. And you know you have to keep going. There is no stopping. At least there is no stopping for whoever this resonates. For you, it's like it's to the extremes. In order to get you to do all the work that you have been doing, it was one way or the other, and it was extremes. You chose this way. It's okay if you need to stop and grieve for a little bit. Any more cards for Aries? Just, I guess you promised yourself. You promised yourself and you promised others. And it's to be held accountable for it. I think for whatever this is, you didn't realize how invasive or how like smothering this energy is, but now that you're seeing it, you're kind of feeling guilty. About your blindness to it before, but you don't see it until you see it, and then you don't really see it until you see it. Just like you don't know what you don't know until you know it, but then you really don't know it until you know it, you know? And it's that kind of energy. There is like, if you're sitting here thinking like you got to jump into action, you don't have to jump into action. You're already taking action. Sitting here listening to this, that is an action. Let your energy get balanced. Let yourself settle. Remember, new patterns, you're implementing new. You have to let the energy come in new and settle within you too. And then you are going to choose how you're going to remove this invasive plant. All right. You're going to take a look around. You're going to be able to identify, do I need to transplant it because there's not much of it over there or whatever. But it's almost in that sense like you should probably go just like rip it up and get rid of it. Because do you really want to introduce this invasive thing to other landscapes where there's intentions? You know, just rip it up. It's a survivor. But yeah, you're in movement. This is just a gentle period of flow to give yourself time to, you know, come into this energy. Go ahead and rip it up. Rip it up by the roots. It's a survivor. You're unable to take it out. And that's the message for you this week, Aries. I hope that helped. I'll talk to you soon.